Hi friends, welcome to WebJump. In this video, I am going to discuss lookup value function in DAX and related function in DAX. So if you look at both the functions are used to create the column, calculated column. Okay, but they work on different facts. Here, lookup value is a filter function. This works on the basis of filtering, and this works on the basis of relationship. So that's why lookup value function is considered as a filter function. Related function is considered as a relationship function in DAX. But the purpose of both the function is remain same. If there is a relationship between two tables, then you can return the any value of dimension table into the fact table. You can bring the any column values based on the relationship. But in case of lookup value, it is going to you need to manually you need to manually specify which is the common column between two tables, and based on that matching it is going to return the value. So you will specify even what column is there from which you have to return the value. Let's see how this works. So this is just a basic difference. One is filter function, another one is relationship function. If I go to the filter function list, okay, so this is falls under filter function, and if you see the related is falls under relationship function. Even if you refer the DAX reference, you will see these kinds of functions are there. Even these types of functions are there which are separated. Okay, let's say in my calendar table I have something called day name, and I wanted to bring the day name. I wanted to bring the day name to this sales table. Okay, so instead of deriving, obviously by using order date we can derive, but since we have a relationship we can bring that. Okay, so even you will be able to calculate in case of the or date is there, same dates are there in both the ways. Okay, but yes, to calculate the day name we might have did some other calculations also, like I would be able to get the day number, weekday number, and based on that I used switch formula and then created this one. If I use these two columns instead of adding two columns there in sales table, what we can do, we can create the calculations there in the calendar table, and whatever the required here in sales table we can bring that. Even in case of, let's say, customer, if I wants to add the occupations there, if I wants to add the phone numbers there, okay, phones there in the sales table, so you will be able to do that by using either related function, either lookup value function. The purpose of both the functions is same, but the problem is that they works on the different facts. Let's say I'm going to create the one column, and this is going to return me the day name. Day name is equal to, I will say day, not this, okay, but there is something called day name. Oh, I supposed to specify first related, and then I can say day name. Okay, so this will return me day name here from the calendar table based on the relationship, since this is relationship based function. Okay, so what it is going to do, or how this works, if you go to the modeling view, okay, here you can see that I already have created the relationship between, which is one to many in this way. And even if you see the filter direction, so calendar table is able to filter the data from sales table based on what. So if you over the mouse on this relationship line, so it highlights two columns on which the relationship is realized, and based on the dates matching dates from two tables, it is going to return me the day name. If there is a match for any specific date, for that date, it can return the day name by using related function. By using related function. Now let's say if I don't have any relationship, I'm going to deactivate this relationship. I'm not going to delete, I'm just deactivating. Meaning if you don't have active relationship between two tables. And if I go to the sales, you can see that the related formula throws an error. It says the column calendar day either doesn't exist or doesn't have a relationship to any table available in the current context, in current model. So this is how it throws error. Let's say you don't have any relationship in between two tables, but still you may want to return the value here. That is also possible, but that is possible with the help of filter function, and the function name itself is lookup function. So now, instead of this, if I use lookup value, first it says, or it asks the parameter called result column. What is my result column? So I wanted to return the values of day name column. So I will select calendar day name. Okay. Then it will ask search column name 1 on which column, meaning you have to pass the name of column. Okay. I will say calendar date. Okay. This is what my column name, and where you have to match, meaning the search value. Okay. So from the calendar date column, it will pick one value and it will go to the another table, the table which is I'm going to mention as a third argument for this lookup value function. So I will say sales order date. Okay. For each date, it will go, meaning for each row, it will go and filter the data here. Okay. Filter the data here. Okay. Exactly vice versa. If I say in this way, it will pick the row order date from sales table, go to the calendar table. Okay. Filter the data there and bring the day name in the row of that day to this column. This is how it works. So here, if you want to use the lookup value, it is not necessary to have the active relationship between two tables. It doesn't matter, but still it is able to return me the value. Now the question is, when to use lookup value, when to use related. Obviously, if the relationship is there, you don't need to use the lookup value. But by any ways, if you are trying to found the relationship between two tables, you are trying to create the relationship between two tables, and that relationship yields to the many-to-many cardinality, you can avoid creating the relationship. And instead of that, you can use the lookup value function. You can use the lookup value. It is better to filter the values and return the corresponding value instead of using the related. That is, the many-to-many is a weak type of relationship. So if you have one-to-many relationship or many-to-one relationship, in that case, related is the best option to use. But in case of many-to-many, it is not good to use. Okay. So you need to remember these points about the related and lookup value functions. Both are works on two different facts. One lookup value works on filter. Even related works on relationship. This is what the difference between two functions. Okay. And I would like to conclude my video here. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a nice day. Please do not forget to subscribe to Webjam.